mugshot of the comedian that I'm about to bring on stage. He was arrested. He'll tell you the story. I'm just going to tell you my favorite part when I heard this story. And he said he was going to say, when they asked him his name, he said it was Ted Core. And that's the real name of the people from DC Comics. And that may not mean a lot to you, but I'm currently wearing a Green Lantern ring that lights up. So it means a lot to me. Ladies and gentlemen, fresh off his awesome arrest in Orinda, the amazing Seamus Calder.
Hello. So who actually got to see the flyer? Woo! Oh wow, people are actually holding it up, so I'm gonna hold it up for you guys because I have the large version. Dude, I just asked. So that is the picture of me getting being processed. The problem with this picture, though, is that I don't look like a badass at all. There's no blood. There's no signs of struggle. You know, like, I just look like a guy who got caught drinking at Arby's. And that's where the problem with this story really starts, is that I didn't get arrested doing something cool. I didn't get arrested for pulling off a successful string of robberies. I didn't get arrested for, like, successfully uppercutting 4 cops at the same time. I didn't get arrested for beating up several hookers, even though I could pay. See, that shows that I know how to lay down authority, and I'm frugal, which is really important. You know, I got arrested because it's apparently illegal to be depressed in Orinda. Which is weird, because I thought everybody in Orinda was depressed. Now, the thing about that is I am a depressed person. Okay. And I got put on antidepressants. Now, when you're put on antidepressants, there's a period where you kind of become more depressed. Then there's another period, which is very briefly, you just freak the fuck out. So yeah, that happened in Orinda. And I'm with my dad for some fucking reason. And so I ran away. I'm 22 years old. I ran away from my dad. And so I guess my dad calls the cops and he said, whoa, you guys gotta find my son, man. He might kill himself. And you know what? I know where he was coming from with that, because 2 days earlier, the CHP had gotten a call from some mom, and she was like, dude, my son is bipolar and he's freaking out, he's having a manic episode, and I think he might hurt himself. So the cops, they trailed him down, they found him, and then they shot him 55 times. 56 times is actually the cure for bipolar disorder. So I know where my dad was going from with that, with thinking about me. And so I like to think that if I'm in the wild, I'm an elusive animal, I would be hard to catch. I am not easy prey. This time, not so much. I'm wandering around Orinda for about 20 minutes, and then I realize that I'm wandering around Orinda for about 20 minutes, and I have no fucking idea where I am. So I see the first cops that I see, and I run over to them to ask them directions. And they look at me and they go, hey, are you Seamus? And I went, maybe? They said, do you want to come talk with us? I said, not really. And it's at this point, they fucking jump on me. And I'm getting Al Capone, you know, like they're hardcore arresting me. And my favorite part is that they're doing this thing where, like, my shoulder is about to dislocate, so I do this. Could you not do that? It's at this point, he punches me in the ear and throws me to the ground. So I don't know if you've been punched in the ear, but there's this period after you've been punched in the ear where you don't really want to talk to the guy who punched you in the ear because he punched you in the ear, because seriously, who punches someone in the ear? And so I'm not talking to them, and he looks at me and he says, just man up for what you did. Be a man about this. I said, what do you think I did? I am pretty sure you punched me. You have done something that is more illegal than what I am being arrested for. I could sue you. He says, well, I hope your defense is better than what you just put up. It took 2 of us to take you down. I said, do you understand law? So then I was arrested. I got this beautiful photo taken. I asked them, and they gave it to me. That was the nicest thing that they did. So the moral of the story, though, is if you're ever in Orinda, don't be depressed. But if you are, man up about it. The thing, though, is that I don't really give a shit about that story. Like, I got arrested, whatever. Fuck that. I'm taking the jacket off. It's fascinating. It's just really hot that I'm taking my jacket off. No, I don't really give a shit. I'm an apathetic guy. And I guess now it's actually like really cool to be apathetic. So everybody's like, oh, I don't fucking care anymore, man. And I just want to say, like, I did that first. Like, I was doing that before it was cool. Not that I care. You know, I was gonna do a whole series of jokes about that. Fuck that. Do you guys like politics? Because I don't. I don't like politics. I can't talk politics at all. But I love meeting women. So I recently went to a Young Republicans party. And while I'm at the Young Republicans party, this girl comes up to me and she starts talking to me and she's cute and I'm like enjoying this. And she says, you know, I really just want to get somebody like Reagan back in office. And I'm like, the Gipper? I loved the Gipper, man. Dude, I lived my life by the trickle down. Really already grew up in the 80s. I'm like, I love Jelly Beans. He played a great cowboy. She's like, do you want to go somewhere and talk privately? I'm like, was Clinton incompetent? So just like, just not jiving with Obama. I'm like, Obama. I heard he's the Antichrist. She's like, oh my god. At this point, she's just so flustered and like in love with me. She just takes me home. Oh yeah. She's getting naked, and she just says, I just can't wait until Palin takes over. And to this point, I said, bitch, you are crazy! And I punched her in the face. And I burned her house down. I could have gone back and fucked her like Palin would fuck our country, but I'm not going to whore myself for the sake of a shitty metaphor. Yes. Now, I might split the audience here. I'm going to bring up a really, really tough topic. Long debated. Puppies versus babies, what is cuter? Puppies. Puppies are cuter for two reasons. One, I can cuddle every single puppy I see on the street and not go to jail. 2, 30 years later, that puppy isn't going to come back and say all of my cuddling caused it emotional issues. Should share I was not raped as a puppy. Anyways, speaking about babies, do you guys, I think there's an underrated moment of childhood, which is when you find out that Santa isn't real. I don't know if you guys actually remember that. I remember when I found out, my dad came to me and he just says, Seamus, you've been lying. And I said, oh, I did. He says, Santa, man, he ain't real. He passed out into a pile of his own vomit and I was left to ponder why my dad had no pants on and smelled of peaches. And what my life had become. But really, without the magic of Santa, Miracle on 34th Street is about a crazy homeless man. The Santa Claus is about Tim Allen murdering somebody and then having a nervous breakdown. And Elf is just kind of an okay movie. Another thing about childhood is I recently saw a special on single parents and like famous people who had single parents. So our buddy Obama had a single mom. Bill Clinton had a single parent. Bill Cosby was a single child parent thing. The thing is, you never hear about people who had no parents because there's only one. And it's Batman. Now, I don't want to say parents' lives are holding their children back, but it should be strongly considered. Now we're going to continue on the comics mindset here. Did anybody see X-Men First Class? Yeah. It was the #1 movie in America for a little while. Thing about it is, in the internet, there's this thing called yaoi. Does anyone know what that is? It's gay sex, but it's like artsy. It's like elfy men doing it. So there's people who really love the idea of shipping, which is when you pair relationships of two characters together, and the yaoi community is to pair any two male characters together and just write stories about them fucking doing it. And so there's an explosion of Magneto and Xavier stuff. Because it was happening. And it's not gay to say that you want to see Michael Fassbender take James McAvoy to Pooh Town. Pooh Town is what I call sex. I'm pretty sure I coined that term. Because they'd be getting at it, and James McAvoy would be all fucking Scottish and just be like, that's my impression of a Scottish man having anal sex. But no, seriously though, the thing is though, is I realized that in the chronology of these movies, Michael Fassbender grows up to be Sir Ian McKellen. Sir Ian McKellen is the gayest of the Shakespearean actors. This is a proven fact. Therefore, I think only Magneto needs to be into this. Because Xavier's a cripple. He just walks in, lifts him out of the chair with his magnetic powers, gets him on a bed or something,
just enters from behind, and then of course Xavier's only defense is he can get in his head, man, and just be like, is it in yet? I can't feel it. Because he's a cripple. And now see, if I get a giggle out of talking about a Holocaust survivor anally raping a crippled man, I think I'm having a really good day. Yeah. I'm gonna leave you guys on 2 notes. One, my friend, do you guys like music? My friend recently told me he wants to be a rapper. I'm really excited for him. And so he asked me for rap names, and I suggested the Jam Burglar. It is both a reference to the awesome McDonald's mascot and a clever commentary on the state of hip-hop. But now what I really want to leave you on is I want to leave you on a little story to make you guys think I'm cool. So I was recently on a bus trip. And on this bus, there was a guy sitting behind me trying to put the moves on some girl in the back. He just kept going at it, and she's like, sorry. And eventually I'm getting kind of annoyed at this. I'm like, this kid is trying to rape this girl. So I turn around and say, yo, bro, cut it out. And he stands up, and he is about as tall as the bus. And he's 3 times my size. If I was like 4 times my size. He has a UFC like shit all over him. He doesn't have ears, they're just like a part of his head. His neck is biggest human being I have ever seen. And he looks at me and says, what are you gonna do about it? So I'm gonna call the army, because that's apparently what you're supposed to do when King Kong threatens you. The part of the story I don't share is then I ran away. Anyways, I've been Seamus Calder. You've all been lovely. Have a great evening.
Seamus Calder, everybody.